Accessible play provides the opportunity for self-directed enjoyment and allows children to acquire developmental skills such as problem-solving, socialization, motor skills, and sensory processing. Children with disabilities often have limited access to play and leisure activities, curtailing their ability to benefit from playing. Healthcare providers such as speech-language therapists, occupational therapists, and physical therapists can facilitate opportunities for play engagement by addressing the barriers to accessible play. Play activities should be enjoyable and child-directed. After determining a child's unique play interests and barriers to play, therapists can make modifications and recommendations to improve the child's ability to engage in desired play activities. Some ways therapists and other healthcare professionals can facilitate successful child participation in desired play activities include modifying toys to make toy manipulation more accessible, modifying play activities to make rules understandable and create opportunities for self-expression, and modifying the physical environment where the child engages in play activities. Consider the positioning needs of the child for engagement in play activities. A child needs the ability to express their thoughts in a play atmosphere appropriately. Otherwise, they may express themselves in a maladaptive way, such as hitting or crying. Two ways to address communication difficulties during playtime include providing means of communication using augmentative and alternative communication devices so children can request play items and engage in cooperative gameplay, and making play activities physically accessible so the children can choose which play items they want. Some children have difficulty processing sensory stimuli, causing them to avoid some types of sensory stimuli and seek other types. A complete sensory evaluation must be administered to determine the child's needs before making sensory recommendations. However, two suggestions that work universally for all children are providing skin barriers such as gloves for activities that involve substances that are an adverse sensory experience for the child, water, glue, clay, etc. This will allow the child to engage in an activity such as playing in the sandbox with friends without touching the sand, and facilitating play activities in sensory-rich environments such as the playground where the child can engage in sensory experiences that regulate their body systems while engaged in play activities. A child with a physical disability can have difficulty seeking out playmates at the school and community playgrounds, regardless of who they desire to play with. Play structures can also prevent children with disabilities from fully engaging in play and accessing playmates at school and in the community. Children with mobility impairments may struggle to access play structures or navigate uneven surfaces. Children with other physical disabilities may be unable to propel a swing, throw a ball, or safely climb on play structures. This can result in children missing out on motor, sensory, cognitive, and social experiences with play. A few ways to provide more equitable access to play activities on the playground include inclusion of swings with back and lateral supports and safety harnesses, positioning the child to play in the sandbox with other children, or adding a walkway suitable for mobility using wheelchairs, walkers, or crutches. Playing video games is a leisure activity for some older children. Gaming for leisure can provide a social connection for them, whether they are playing with someone in person or over the internet. Teenage gamers with physical disabilities such as cerebral palsy can find it challenging to participate in video games due to decreased gross motor and fine motor coordination. Adapted gaming devices can be provided to increase access. Children with cognitive difficulties, such as intellectual disabilities or acquired brain injury, can become frustrated with play activities with rigid rules. When a child is frustrated and no longer enjoying an activity, the activity is no longer a play activity. Open-ended play activities allow a child to engage in play exploration without a right or wrong answer. Examples of open-ended play activities include blocks, clay, finger paints, and crayons and paper. Play is essential to child development. Addressing the barriers that hinder a child's ability to engage in play activities facilitates physical and socio-emotional growth. Therapists and other healthcare professionals play an important part in facilitating play for children with disabilities.